I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Sarah, and together we're the co-founders of Whale Tales, a living library of cetacean stories.
It is almost the end of June, which means it's almost the end of Orca Action Month. But we're still celebrating, and this is our last podcast episode of the month celebrating all things orcas in BC.
So sit back and enjoy as we dive right in.
How has your Orca month been, everybody?
Good.
I'm going to say it's been great. Because we are recording this in the past. Because that's how time works.
Future Lindsay, future Sarah, future Nicole have great Orca month.
Indeed.
It's going to be awesome.
Every week this month, we've been exploring a different BC killer whale ecotype, and today we're finally going to be looking at the southern residents.
These are arguably the most famous killer whales in the world. Southern resident killer whales were identified as endangered under the Species at Risk Act, with only 73, as of September 2021, individuals remaining in their population. The three main factors that have caused their decline are their dwindling preferred prey, Chinook salmon, disturbance by vessels, and increasing levels of contaminants in their blubber.
The southern residents usually spend the summer months in and around Washington State and southwest British Columbia.
They can be then further divided into three pods, J, K, and L. These pods each consist of closely related matrilines. In the winter, the orca's main food source, Chinook salmon, becomes less available, and the whales then travel and expand their range in search of food. L and K pods are known to travel to the north coast of California in the winter months, and the J pod normally stays closer to the Salish Sea. Southern residents will travel as far south as Monterey Bay, California, and they will head north towards Haida Gwaii, but they have sometimes been seen as far north as Alaska.
Southern residents can travel as fast as 30 miles per hour, or 48 kilometers, and are able to sustain an average speed of just over 6 knots, which is about 13 kilometers per hour. They travel an average of 75 miles, or 120 kilometers, in a single day, and that travel is usually, if not always, with their pods and matrilines.
Each individual member of the southern resident killer whale population has been incredibly well studied, as whales go. They can be identified by their dorsal fin and saddle patch, by their eye patch, both the left and right side of their bodies for all of those things, and often even their own unique, distinct vocal signatures. Southern resident killer whales communicate in calls that are specific to their pod, and there are 3 distinct classifications of their communication sounds: clicks, whistles, and pulsed calls.
The lack of available Chinook salmon causes significant stress on their reproduction, especially in the late stages of pregnancy, with 69% of recorded pregnancies from 2008 to 2014 were unsuccessful, which hasn't been great for their population levels. So some ways that you can help reduce stress on killer whales in the southern resident population is to stay 400 meters away from any killer whales, especially the southern residents, slowing down to no more than 10 knots in the seasonal slowdown areas, which, as we talked a little bit about in our last episode, are like government established zones that are meant to protect killer whales in important times of the year for them. And also observing the ban on recreational and commercial fishing in portions of their key foraging areas.
Additional ways that you can help are, if a killer whale appears near you, turn your engine to neutral and let the whale pass. Stop fishing, don't haul gear within 1,000 meters of any killer whales. And go slow. Reduce your speed to less than 7 knots when you're within 1,000 meters of the nearest marine mammal. Turn off your echo sounders and your fish finders when it's safe to do so. And in general, be whale-wise. There's more information on the best ways to help cetaceans when you're on the water at bewhalewise.org or seeablowgoslow.org. So that's a great way to help all cetaceans in the Salish Sea and around the world. For more on southern residents, you can check out all the stories in our library. We have over 100 stories about them. We were recording this at the end of May, but just a couple days ago, they announced the newest calf from J-Pod, J59, is a girl, which is great news for the southern residents. Hopefully she can live a happy long life and make lots and lots and lots and lots of babies. They have been around this week, and it's been adorable. She is very jumpy and happy and just so cute. it's biased because she's a southern resident. Big's killer whale calves are also very cute, but
Indeed.
It's true.
she's
All whale
extra
babies
special.
are cute.
Yeah,
We're not
it's
judgy about
true.
that.
And that is Southern Residents.
We did it!
Woohoo! And it's also the end of our 4-episode month celebrating Orca Awareness Month. Hooray!
Hooray!
We hope you enjoyed us coming into your ears more frequently. Before we go, we wanted to take a quick moment to tell you about one of the ways that you can support our podcast and everything we do at Whale Tales.
You can follow us on social media. We're at whaletails_org on Instagram or whaletails.org on Facebook and Twitter. And if you've seen a cetacean, we would love to add your story to our library. You can click the share link on our site, send us a message on social media, or email us a voice memo to maybe get featured on a future podcast episode and tell us all about your incredible encounter.
We would love to hear your thoughts on this episode or any episode, so please visit our website whale-tales.org and find links to our various social media handles so that you can drop us a line.
You can also tweet at us directly. I am FHG07. Sarah is Sarah K. Given, no H, and Nicole is Nick F. Cann, CANN.
You can also head to our website to subscribe to the podcast, check out our merchandise, learn more ways you can support us, including how you can join us on Patreon, and while you're there, read over 1,100 whale, dolphin, and porpoise stories.
That's whale-tales.org. Tales like the stories, not tales like the animal.
Finally, we want to acknowledge that we recorded today's episode on the unceded territories of the Coast Salish peoples and the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations, as well as the homelands of the Tawasin First Nation.
We will be back again with you next month on the last Wednesday of the month. But for now, thanks again for listening and for supporting everything that we do at Whale Tales. We hope you have a whaley great day.